Hey guys, it's Erika from Pilates. So today I'm going to be doing a 30-minute Cadillac workout. Today we are going to focus on more of, I would say, beginner to intermediate class. I'll give modifications and progressions to make sure everyone has an exercise that works for them. And I am wearing the Univita apparel, so if you're interested, check out the link below and it'll take you over to my shop so you can shop the new line, and I appreciate your support. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm really liking more 30-minute workouts. I find it easier to get in, and it just is working a bit better for me these days. So we're gonna go 30 minutes today. We're still gonna get full body, we're gonna get everything in. So I do have the apparatus already set up. And if you are teaching a class, I find it's always better to do that prior to the client coming in. I'm set up on 2 springs from the lower part of the apparatus and the safety strap obviously attached. And as you'll notice, as I move through the class, I usually tend to work from one side of the apparatus and then go over to the other, so that if I do have a client, as they're starting their exercise, I can quickly change things so that we don't waste time throughout the class. So let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, I have 2 springs on. We're gonna do footwork, so you could do this on 1 spring. I normally go down to 1 for single leg footwork, but we're not gonna do single leg today because we are just going to do double. So come on in and get yourself in underneath the foot bar here, okay? And you wanna get yourself back, okay, towards the back edge here. Okay, arms can come down by your side. I'm going to go ahead and push that bar up, and I am going to start on my heel. So most important in this is that we want to get our tailbone nice and heavy, so we really want to iron out that spine. Find one nice, really long straight line through the spine. Now this position on 2 springs is quite challenging, and for a lot of people their hamstrings are fairly tight, so they might not be able to extend their legs full range of motion, and that's okay. Also want to kind of manage the rib flaring here, so we want to focus on that connection of the shoulders and the rib cage and the tail. So we really have that nice kind of neutral position here, and then we're going to start. I'm going to try and keep the knees tracking in line with my shoulders, and exhale, pushing up. For some clients, it might be nice to even pop a ball in here. Okay, so we're going to exhale, push up and extend, and inhale, come down. And again, inhale. And so again, you only extend as much as you can without compromising that position. Okay, and same with the bend, bending in as much as you can without letting the spine lift. So range of motion for me on the heels and for most people are usually a little bit smaller than it is as we work our way down the foot, which is why I like to start on it first to get a nice warm up through the hamstrings. Okay, so we reach up. We're gonna go a few more here, and we're gonna go into pulses. Okay, and exhale. Good, and now let's bring it halfway in and do tiny little pulses to the top here. Breathing through, opening that collarbone, pulling in those ribs, lengthening that spine. Go another few for 3, 2, and 1. Bend those knees in, grab onto that bar. Come onto your arches now, okay? So we're gonna do a little bird on a perch here. So we wanna get that wrapping sensation and open the fascia in the bottom of the feet. Okay, so wrap those toes, curl those heels. Inhale and exhale. So already, as I move down my foot, my range starts to become a little bit more. Okay, just reaching through here. I'm a bit tight this week. Good, and exhale. And release, lift, nice. Come in and extend. So same set here, nice full range of motion. Again, only going as far down and lifting as far up as you can without compromising anything here. So finding whichever range works for you or your client. Okay, and down. Let's go a few more. We're gonna go back into those pulses. Good, and now pulse it out here, pulse. A nice So another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. Slide down onto those toes now. All right. Push that bar up. Extend. This feels nice. Okay. Now we're going to bend it in. And exhale, extend, push out. And then inhale to come in. And exhale out. Inhale, bend. Trying to work that range of motion a little bit further on each repetition. Good. We go a few more here. And then we go back into those pulses, and then we're going to do a little bit of calf stretches as well before we finish. And down and lift. Last one here. Inhale. Exhale. Now little tiny pulses here. We pulse down and up. Good. Burning out those legs here. Woo! Last 3, 2, 1. Hold those legs up. Now give me a flex of those toes and a point of those toes. So that bar is going to release and lower a little, and then lift. And lower. And lift. Good. Lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. 2 more. Reach those heels, stretch. And lift. And then last one. And then bend all the way in. Move those feet. Hold that bar down. Take a nice little stretch here. Extend the arms. Extend the legs. And release. All right. So we are going to slide ourselves out, minding your head. Okay, I'm going to just undo this now while I'm here. Okay, if I had a client in, I would have them get set up on the other side and then go ahead and do that while they're starting the exercise and getting into their position. Okay, we're going to move on over to the other side here. I have my arm springs on a little bit higher than the mid-level here on my bar. Okay, so you can feel free to adjust these. You can also adjust the client or yourself down in bed as you need to. So we're going to do a nice little hand and strap set here with some hundreds. So I'm going to grab my straps, slide myself down a bit. Okay. So the further away from the straps you go, the more intense it's going to be. So it's always good to take a little pull down first and see where you're at. Okay. That was a bit brave of me. So we're going to start. We're going to go ahead and imprint the spine here. Okay, pull that belly into the mat, arms come up. We're going to take an inhale and we're going to exhale, pull the arms down, and inhale, release, lift. Okay, exhale down, and then inhale, release, lift. So I'm still keeping tension on that spring as I slowly release it up. Okay, a little bit more challenging than it is on the reformer as you have 2 separate, the spring tension is different on each side, right? So we have to manage that. Well, it's usually managed just from the one spring at the bottom onto the 2 straps on the reformer. And lift. Okay, so warming up through the back side of those arms, engaging the abdominals as you exhale. We're going to activate them a little bit more in the next set. So we're going to exhale, pull down. And lift. Last one. And lift. Very nice. Okay, now from here, we're going to go into our triceps. So we're going to bend the elbows. We're going to bring our legs into tabletop, heels together, toes apart. We're going to exhale, extend arms, extend legs. Inhale, bend arms, bend legs. If you'd like to make this a bit more challenging, okay, you can go ahead and lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Okay. Option to modify would be keeping the feet down. Okay, if it's too much abdominal work, you keep the feet down. You could alternatively lift just the head and keep the feet down. So different ways to obviously make the exercise your own or fit it to your client's level. Exhale. Good. And reach. Nice. And exhale. And reach. Last 2 here. Reach. Good. We're going to hold this one out. And give me little crisscrosses here. Reach, 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 going to do a little set of hundreds. Okay, so knees and tabletop. Exhale, lift the neck and shoulders. Remember, you have options of extending, bending, legs down, head down. So again, making this one your own. We're gonna curl up. We're gonna inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. 9, and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10 here, and exhale 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice work. Drop those straps, take the knees to one side, head to the other. Find that nice release here. Good. And then come center. And then change up and over. And come center. Okay. We're gonna roll it off to the back side here. I'm just gonna change my leg springs with my arm springs. So I'm gonna have the leg springs come down and the arm springs go up. And I am going to grab a ball as well. Sorry. Okay, and I'm gonna start on my left leg. So I normally like to start on my weaker side, which is my left side. So if you know your client's weaker side, I would always recommend kind of doing that side first. Okay, so again, further away we get from the springs, the more intensity there's going to be. So I'm just gonna set myself up here. We're gonna go for a little sidelining work. All right, so similar to what we would do in mat, but we're gonna make it a bit more challenging with the spring. Okay, so I have the ball just to keep it nice and comfortable. You can also hold on to the edge of the rail here. So my hips are going to be nice and stacked. I have my left hip directly on top of my right, and I have that tiny little gap between my side and the bed. Okay, so from here, I'm going to push down into my spring, get my knee in line with my hip. So already I should feel tension, and there should be tension on the spring. Okay, so the higher this bar is, the more tension there's going to be. So if you want to make it easier without having the client move around the bed, you could essentially move the bar before they come down, okay? So from here, we're gonna exhale. I'm gonna keep my bottom leg bent, and inhale, come in. So exhale, push out. So now from here, we're working on that pelvic stability. Okay, so pelvis is nice and still. Okay, we're working those glutes. We're engaging from that oblique, using the abdominals to stabilize around the hips. Okay, pushing away. So we get our knee in line with our hip, and as we push back, we get our ankle, knee, and hip in line again towards the opposite end of the bed, right? So it's coming in and pushing out. So we reach in and extend. And again, come in and extend. And in and extend. Last one here, and then we're going to go into our next set and reach. Okay, now we're going to go into our sweeps. So same thing as we do in mat. We bring that leg forward as far as we can, trying to get that ankle in line with the hip. Flex that toe, keeping that pelvis stable, and we get that ankle back in line with the hip. So it's a reach forward, and then flex that foot. Exhale, dig it back. Nice, slow and controlled movements. Nice and stable. And exhale, pull back. And again, bring it all the way forward. And back. Last few here. And exhale. Good. And last one. Okay, we're gonna bring the 45-degree angle here. So my leg is just kind of in front of the outer rail of the Cadillac. I'm gonna lower down and lift. So my lift isn't super high as I'm keeping tension on that spring. My focus is more on the down here. I'm gonna inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good for 5. Lift. We're gonna go pulses after this. Almost there for 3. Good for 2. And last one. Little pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend it in. Nice work. Take that strap off. You can release it down. I'm gonna sit it up. Just take a quick stretch for that left leg. Get that left foot over the right knee. Push that left knee away from you. Reach it out. Good. And then from here, we're gonna just go ahead and attach one spring from the top. All right, and we're gonna turn around. We're gonna take it, thoracic, nice and open, do a little bit of abdominal work. Okay, so if you are teaching someone, you can have them lie down and just ask them to kind of square their shoulders just underneath the bar. If you're working by yourself, just bring the bar down with you as you come down, okay, and you will get a feel for where you need to be once you're down after the first set here. Okay, so plant the feet firmly onto the bed, and we're gonna go ahead and imprint the spine. So from here, the arms stay fully extended the whole time, so we're not bending. Okay, and I'm just loosely hanging onto the bar here, and shoulders are just underneath the wrists. Okay, so first we're gonna start with just some movement of the scapula. So I want you to go ahead and kind of pull the shoulder blades, glide them down the back, and then you're gonna reach them forward, right? So you almost wanna think of if you were on the floor about to do cat and cow, and just pushing back and releasing forward. So nice kind of push and pull. Okay, so we're getting a nice opening in the collarbone. Exhale, pulling back and down. Okay, so we're gonna stay in that kind of depressed position here, everything nice and open. And then from here, I'm gonna take an inhale. On my exhale, chin is gonna come to chest. I'm gonna keep those arms long as I lift and push that bar up. So I'm trying to keep the shoulders pulled down away from my ears and really find that opening in that mid part of my back, in that thoracic spine. And then slowly roll it all the way back down. And again, exhale, chin to chest. And lift. And lower. And again, lift. So really opening up through that back, using those abdominals to obviously help lift. And lower. Let's go a few more here. Last 2. And last one. And lower, all the way down here. All right, we're gonna release everything, and I'll go ahead, extend the shoulders forward, and then pull them back and down into that nice position. Imprint the spine, okay? And from here, we're gonna keep everything nice and still in the upper body, and we're just gonna do some abdominal work. So we're gonna go ahead and exhale, bring the knees up, and then inhale, tap the toes. Okay, exhale to lift. So you only bring the toes down to the bed if you can keep the back imprinted. If you feel the spine start to lift anywhere off the mat, then just decrease your range of motion. Okay, so if you can't tap the floor, that's fine, or the bed, sorry, that's fine. Okay, you just keep your range of motion to wherever it feels good. You're just activating those abdominals, working that low tummy, starting to warm it up, because we're gonna go ahead and add the 2 together next. Okay, so we're gonna exhale, lift, and inhale, and exhale. Okay, alternatively, if you needed to modify, you could do single leg knee lifts. Okay, so that's a really nice modification here. It takes a little bit of pressure off. And then the next exercise can also be modified into single leg. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add the legs and the arms together. So as we lift our chin to our chest and push the bar up, we're gonna lift the knees in towards the nose. So alternatively, you can go single legs on this, all right? So you do whatever works best for your body. Always listen to your body. So take an inhale, exhale from here as we lift and reach. And release. And very nice. And you slowly control it down. Right? You get that nice spinal articulation as you come down. And every time you lift, you want to think of the shoulder blades gliding down the back, reaching towards your back pockets. And those palms pushing up towards the ceiling. And lower. Let's go a few more. Okay, we're gonna do a little set at the end here. A little bit of toe taps. Okay, optional here, otherwise you continue with one or two more sets. We're gonna hold it up on this one, hold it up here, and tap, tap. So single legs, double legs. Very nice, keep lifting and reaching for 3, for 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Okay, I'm gonna release the bar and take a nice little stretch here. Okay, we gotta go back into your other side, so we're gonna get that right leg. Okay, so we've given the leg a little rest. Now we're gonna get right back into it. I'm gonna leave this up because we are gonna use this again. We're gonna come back to this side after to stretch, and it's not in the way. So less kind of movement here. Sorry, I'm gonna have my back to you. You'll be able to see the back side of the bra though, so that's quite nice. So you can see how you like this option. There's another option on the site that's very nice as well. It's open, it's an open back, fully open back. So go ahead and take a look at that. All right, so again, so we're squaring off here, right? We have now our right hip over our left. We're pulling down into that spring, and I'm extending out and bending in, okay? So pushing that heel away, lengthening, and coming back in. And again, push it away, and reach it in. Good, and push it away, and come in. And away. Nice, getting that ankle, knee, and hip in line each time as you push back. And come in. Let's go 2 more. Push away and bring it in. And then last time here, you're gonna reach it out. Now we're gonna go into those sweeps. So we come all the way forward. Try to get that ankle in line with the knee and hip here, and then flex that heel and bring it all the way back in line. So reaching through that hip socket. Okay, pelvis is nice and still. A lot of stabilizers here to make sure there's no movement, and just working through that right glute, right? Pulling back and in. We got another few here, and then we go into those lifts and lowers to finish off this side. Reach it forward and come back and in and back. Nice. Last few here. Okay, and now we're gonna bring it back into that diagonal here, so right outside the opposite end of the Cadillac. Lower and lift. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Down and up. Lower and lift. Very nice. You got 4, and then we got little pulses in 3, for 2, last one, tiny little pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee. Bring it all the way in. Release that strap. Sit it on up. Take that stretch. I'm going to turn and face you over on that other side, so pushing the right knee away. Okay, we're going to do a quick little set for our upper body, set of feet and straps. Supine, so lying down, and then we will stretch it out. All right, so I'm going to remove the ball here because we no longer need it. I'm going to do a little bit of rotation work so we get some of that in. So I am going to square this down again. Move that one over for now because we're going to use that again after. All right, so quick little arm set with a little bit of rotation work. I'm going to stay high kneeling. You could also do low kneeling, okay, whichever works for you. You're going to come out enough so you feel tension. We're going to interlink the fingers here. Soften the elbows, drop the shoulders, and we're going to exhale, twist, rotate. So you'll notice that my hips stay nice and squared off to you. And I'm just rotating through my torso, right? My spine turning, lengthening, looking over that left shoulder. Getting an exhale, and inhale back. And again, exhale, and back. Let's go another few here. Quick little arm set here just to get in that spinal rotation. And come back, exhale. Good. Last one. Okay, we're going to do a nice little set facing forward to get some chest muscles here. So again, I'm going to hinge in a little. You could do this low kneeling, you could do it high. You could alternatively do it seated with crossed legs, okay? So from here, I'm going to hinge in, pull that tummy in. I'm going to reach the arms forward and bend. Exhale. And bend. So my elbows come back in line with my shoulder, and then my fists meet just in front of my chest. Okay, really pulling in through the tummy if you're hinged in here. Okay, so it creates a little bit more work for the abs. Exhale, and pull in. And then reach. And in. Nice. Last 4. Good. For 3. For 2. And last one. Come all the way in. Drop that strap on the right. We're going to do those rotations on the left. So again, sorry to put my back to you. Okay. And then we're going to soften in those elbows, interlink those fingers. Okay. And we twist. And twist. Good. So we bring the arms back in front of the heart. So hands in front of heart. And then exhale, twist, reach, look over that shoulder. Everything else stays super still. We want to squeeze all the air out of the lungs here. Thinking of wringing a towel filled with water, and all the water releasing as you lift. Up and over to the right. And exhale. Nice. Go 5 more here. 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Relax it down. We're going to do one little set of circles and leg presses for the legs to kind of just release and cool down. And then we'll finish our stretch on the other side. So, pop it just over here. I'm going to lie myself down. I'm going to do a quick set of leg presses. Okay, so you can hold the hands just up against the rails here or down by your side, whichever feels good. And I'm just going to go ahead and lower and lift. So releasing from the back side of those legs. Lower and lift. And again, lower and lift. Nice. And lower and lift. So I've kept this bar just about a little bit more than half, a little bit higher than half for the whole class. Again, depending on how much resistance you want, how much you want to move up and down the bed, you can kind of play around with that to increase the spring intensity. I do have a heavy leg spring, a purple spring, okay? And these are just my regular light arm springs. I only have one set of those, okay? And then let's go into circles here. Reach around, up and down. Good, we go another 4 in this direction. Good, keep the feet externally rotated to open through those hips. And then reverse it here, reverse. Good. And reach. Very nice. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees in. Take those straps off. Gonna sit it up here. We're gonna go right back over here, and we're gonna just grab onto the bar. We're gonna do one last little stretch. Feet up against the rails here. We're gonna grab onto the bar. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna go ahead and push that bar through around. Pull the tummy in. Reach. Push the heels up against that bar. If your hamstrings are really tight or your client's hamstrings are tight, feel free to keep the knees bent here so that they can get a really nice push. Similar to as if you were standing on the floor, right? So if you were trying to touch the floor, you would tell your client that they can soften in their knees. Same concept here. Wanting to just release through that spine. Pull that tummy up and in. Reach forward, drop the shoulders down. Bend the arms, come all the way back up. Push into a little bit of extension. And then one more time here. Pushing down, reaching. And releasing. Okay. And that's it. There's your 30-minute Cadillac class. I will put in a few more and change it up. This was just a very basic 30-minute full body, get you moving, feel good kind of routine here. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments below, and I will see you guys soon. And don't